Okay, welcome back to Farmbiz with Markay. Now you remember we entered into our week 4 today because these birds are 22 days old today. Now what I did today, like I said, I sorted the bigger ones into this side of the pen and then increased the number of feeder I gave to them so that they have more than enough feeder to eat from. So I also did an extension of this nipple drinkers you are saying, because before now there was no I wasn't making use of this because they were in the other side of the pen. Now this about 9 nipples that they are drinking from now, including one bird drinker, which is enough for them. Now I sorted about 110 to this side, and then other ones are in the other pen. That's the ones that I will call the slow growing one, the ones that are not as big as this other one. I left them in the other pen. Now these are the bigger ones. Now what I did also, I also ensured that they have enough feeder at the other side of the pen. Those ones there, they have enough drinkers to drink from, so they are also comfortable over there. Now what they are also form of pour some sawdust in this other side of the pen so that they will be comfortable here. It's very, very important. Now another thing you do when you are trying to do this sorting, as I always advise, you do this sorting during the cool hour of the day. If it's sunny, try to avoid this kind of work during that time because it may increase their stress level. So you do it during the cool hour of the day. So this sorting I did at the early hour of today. So I sorted this one into this pen and also ensure I give them enough space. Very, very important. I ensure I provided enough spacing for them so that they don't have to be crowded in this part of the pen. No, they have more than enough spacing right now. Okay, these are the ones I will call the ones that are not as big as the other ones. Now the ones I left in this other pen, this is where all of them were. So I sorted the bigger ones, though there are still some bigger ones here. Maybe by tomorrow I'm going to continue the sorting because I have not been chance to actually sit down and sort them. Now there are ways you use in sorting them, either by physically observing them, or if you have the time you can weigh them. Then you select similar weights to one side of the pen, and then the other weight that are not as hefty as the ones you choose, you leave them in this other side of the pen. Now another way you could do it, because that one is somehow tedious, you can use your hand. By the time you lift them, you can have an idea, oh, this one has some level of weight, this one has some level of weight, so you can sort those ones to a different pen. So that was how that was the way I use in sorting these birds that I sorted today. Now this is how I do my sorting normally. Now what's the essence of sorting, you may ask? Now if you leave all of them together, mind you, there are some that are bullying some among these birds right now. Some will be eating, some will not be eating because of fear, like as I will say. Now, but by the time they have those ones they are no longer in the same pen with them. They now like have freedom to eat and do what they want to do in the pen. So that's one of the advantages. Now another thing sorting does for you is uniformity. Because since this one now have more than enough time to eat and play around, they will gain weight within the shortest time. They will even over time, within this few weeks, they will be as big as, some of them will be as big as those other ones. So that's the essence of sorting, to ensure uniformity. That's the essence of sorting mainly. We are already into week 4. Day 22 we are today. Now these birds, they are already consuming much. So you should be prepared for them. So normally, as I always tell people, you don't need to plan based on the money somebody is going to give you to in order to maybe you want to raise your birds. If the money you have is for 50, kindly raise 50 birds, because the people you put your hope on might disappoint you. Now imagine at this stage now, I don't have any money to continue feeding these birds. Now, when you call the buyers to come and buy them, they will price them anyhow because they know you are their mercy now, because you don't have the money to feed them till the number of weeks you want to raise them. They will price you anyhow. But if you have the money, you call them when you want to sell, not when, because of finance, you don't have the money, the resources to continue raising your birds. So that's what now push you to come and sell your birds. No, before you stock, make your plan, make your arrangement. Now you need to know, okay, I have so amount of money. If that money can comfortably raise 200 birds for you, and your pen can comfortably take 200 birds, go ahead and raise your 200 birds. But if it is 100 it can do for you, go ahead and raise your 100 birds. Do not overstock, because the temptation is always there, especially when day-old chicks are somehow cheaper. So the temptation is there to overstock, because for the first week they won't really eat much. First 1 week, 2 weeks, they won't eat much. But by the time they are moving into week 3, be prepared for them. They will eat very well. So this is very important, because you don't need to economize feed for them if you want to have a massive weight at week 5. You don't need to economize feed. You need to give them as much feed as they want. Because what I am doing, like I said, I am feeding these birds 247. That's how I'm feeding them. I'm feeding them 247. So I'm still going to have a close look at them, maybe before they round up this week 4, to know whether I'll need to increase the number of feeders that I have here right now. If need be, I'm going to increase the number of feeders so that they don't have to compete for resources. That is, they don't have to compete for feed. Because if you have insufficient feeder, you have insufficient drinkers, definitely it will not be like a survival of the fittest. So whichever one is stronger will get the feed first, and that will affect your uniformity, and we don't want that when we are raising our birds. So that is very important. Now, on a regular basis, what we do, what I will call our daily routine, is for these nipple drinkers, apart from the bird drinkers, which I already said that we do a regular maintenance on them by washing them to ensure that there is fresh water from coming into the bird drinkers. Now, for the nipple drinkers, what we do on a regular basis, we come around, tap on the nipple to ensure that there is free flow of water to the cup. Now, this is to ensure, if you assume that, okay, the nipples are there, water is there, they are drinking from the nipples, you might be shocked that some of them are blocked. Because as far as you are not making use of liquid medication, at times those powdered medication you make use of, after a while they will be accumulated on this pin and then block the pin. Even if the birds peck on that pin, there will not be much water coming out from the nipples. So that might affect your productivity. So to ensure that everything is working fine, once in a while, preferably maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day, depending on how much time you have at your disposal, you come around, or whoever is around, type on the nipple. Now, if it's blocked, what you do, you loosen this red side of the nipple. You see, if it is blocked, you won't have much water coming out from that. So by the time you use your finger to touch that hole, before you know it, water will be pouring out from there. Then you close it back. That is what we do regarding these nipple drinkers on a regular basis. I just want to point that out to you, because water is very important for the production of your broilers. Very important. Cool, fresh water is very important. So you need to take note of that. Remember, as I always say, any water you cannot drink, you don't need to give your birds. This is very key. If you know you cannot drink it, don't give them. It's one of the rules. Thank you so very much. This is where we are today at day 22. Thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will do a whole lot for us in helping us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.